Alrighty.
Alrighty. Welcome to the PSBS Sassy PlayStation Bull Session Podcast. I'm your host, Cote T, PSN Bayou Boys. My coach here is...
Andrew Reynes, double is.
And yes, we are late this week. So much has just happened that has just delayed us through technical difficulties, outside forces, fire alarms, everything keeping us from recording on time this week.
I know, it puts me to shame.
Guys, like what? I think it was episode 14 was our just terrible week where like everything
it was 14.
went wrong.
I thought it was 13, but no, it was 14.
It was just, everything went wrong that week.
We did have one lost episode, though.
Yeah, I think it was week 14 or 15.
Where it was lost.
We recorded a whole episode, it got deleted, so we had to record a whole new episode, so there's just one. Oh,
yeah, that was like around the Fallout 4 announcement, maybe? I don't think so.
No, I don't remember.
Maybe at that point it might have been because Fallout 4 was announced at least a while ago now. I don't know.
Yeah. And it sucks that we delayed it because we actually have a lot to go over this week. We had, some slow news weeks, but now we actually have a lot of news to cover. I think we have viewer mail now.
Let's get that show on the road. Let's get it going.
Yes. Yes. So let's see.
We're gonna go from 0 to 100.
0 to 100. Keep on rolling. Let's see what we got. So we got a couple things here. We got some release dates. We got some developments. We got all kind of things. So
Good and bad.
We'll see. So here's an interesting little note that was announced early last week or whatever. Lionsgate, the movie company, has announced that they are currently in development of a Borderlands movie. So
well, you gotta say with who?
With who? Oh, that dude.
Yeah, it's Lionsgate, but who's the head honcho behind it? Really?
Oh, with the producer Avi, whatever how you say his name?
Yep, from the OG Marvel, as we want to call it, other than just Fox Marvel and Universal Marvel.
Sony Marvel, no Sony
and Sony Marvel. Which is two of the most villainous things of the Marvel universe. Other than like Galactus and all that stuff, but
well, I mean, he was producer on the good Raimi movies too, Spider-Man 1 and 2.
Yeah, but good, you did mention 3. I mean, part of me wants this movie to be animated, and part of me wishes the movie just simply doesn't exist because. We watched a movie in May sometime that was not similar. We can't say similar because Mad Max Fury Road has, more of a thought-provoking story than Borderlands. But I mean, there's some similarities, especially in its setting. But there's major differences. But at the same time, I don't really need a Borderlands movie to be made due to the fact that you already have a property out there, which is Tales of the Borderlands, that already makes things already cinematic already. So that's already in its own, where it kind of has its own story. Yeah,
but you wouldn't want that like on screen, like Tales of the Borderlands, kind of like in that thing, but on a film?
Yeah, because that's a curious thing, right? Like, what would it entail? Like, would you actually maybe have Vault Hunters, or would it be maybe other characters that are maybe... wannabe Vault Hunters, or maybe just completely different people, just like Tales of the Borderlands, which would be really interesting, right? Expand on the lore. Love that word.
Lore. Yeah.
The lore. Yeah, because now I really appreciate Borderlands lore now because of Tales of the Borderlands. It's really gotten me more deeper into it, and I actually care about characters. And somebody was asking me how Episode 4 of Tales of the Borderlands was, and even though it probably wasn't the strongest episode, not that it was not Life is Strange episode 4 bad. It just they do deal with part of the Borderlands lore that I'm not really sure that people are going to be a fan of, and it's already been out there, and hopefully it doesn't get spoiled for you because it's a pretty traumatic event that happens. It will definitely shape the entirety of the Borderlands lore. I won't say what happens. I'll just say that a major character that you interact with a lot is affected in some way. I won't say how. So yeah, that's a big tease right there. So you play Borderlands, but back to the movie. We all have to put your guards down here until we know who directs it and whatnot. It could maybe be from someone who maybe has only directed one movie again and maybe is doing this new trend. But
George Miller will direct the Borderlands movie.
Yeah, I mean, George Miller, he was no, that's Tim Miller, right, for Deadpool?
Yeah.
Because that's who I'm thinking who would maybe do it after that, right? I mean,
yeah, I mean that would definitely work for him.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm thinking. Because I mean, I would like someone else to do Deadpool 2 because I think Deadpool 2, if that were to happen, it's going to be a very different movie than the first one. I mean, it'll still retain, its tone, but I think just with the different characters and stuff, I think Deadpool 2 will be pretty different. So maybe I would like him to move over to Borderlands. The Borderlands movie depends maybe on how successful Deadpool is, and even given on that success, maybe Fox would want him back. So maybe he can't do Borderlands.
Yeah, because I mean we're seeing that a lot with like studios locking up directors. Like, oh hey, keep making movies for us. That's why you're not going to see George Miller do Borderlands because he's locked up at Warner Brothers. Even if he doesn't go,
and that's why they were talking about Man of Steel and all that stuff. But even though that's not going to happen, and it's unfortunate, it sucks.
So even if he doesn't do, a sequel to Fury Road, the Mad Max movie, he'll do like a DC movie or something.
Exactly, or like whatever other movie he wants to do, maybe under the Warner Brothers umbrella.
Yeah, so it's just so we don't know who's going to do the Lionsgate.
Borderlands. I'm not really sure. That's a big question mark. Of course, we want like either of those two to do it, but that's a bit of wishful thinking.
But I mean, we'll see. I mean, I think Mad Max definitely had a hand in them deciding to make this movie.
Yes,
because
definitely.
Because they saw the movie and they're like, "Oh, this movie's awesome! Let's get all the critical acclaim, and it made money, and let's do something similar."
It has some of the same aesthetics, somewhat. Not all the way though, but
sand and maniacs.
and dunes. That's basically it. There's really nothing else. The story is like totally different, and I don't know. And then on top of that, the main thing is the humor, so, it has to get the timing right and everything. And it's just kind of, there's a million questions for it. I don't really want to lay them all down here because that could take a while. And I'm not going to waste my breath, really. So
because we don't know how far off this movie is. It's just in pre-development. There's obviously no release date and all that stuff. It's
basically like at the stage of what The Last of Us movie is right now.
Yeah.
But at least The Last of Us movie is getting some traction due to the fact, it has its writer. And then probably once after Bruce is done with... Neil is done with Uncharted 4, maybe he'll start picking that up again. Or maybe he's doing both at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah, because The Last of Us movie wasn't on Sony's release schedule. That big list they put out for the next 4 years.
My guess is maybe if once the hypothetical and inevitable Last of Us 2 happens, that's probably maybe when you might see the movie. I don't know. That's hypothetical because either of those two are ways off.
Yeah. Plus, Sony is really committed to getting that Uncharted movie off the ground, and they kind of want that movie done first, and then based on how well that does, we'll decide whether or not they move forward with more film adaptations.
I hope so. I mean, he's already starting on adapting, it to film already. But who knows how far he is into it? Maybe, right? And they don't even have a cast.
Yeah.
So, but at least with that one, it's just an adaptation of the movie. But the Uncharted movie, we don't know. Here's the thing: we don't even know if it's gonna have Drake. As crazy as that may sound, right? But Uncharted 4 is the ending of Drake's adventures and stuff. So, that's the thing that I'm open to about, this Uncharted movie, because once Uncharted does go to maybe other developers, maybe, because, once you have different characters, right? Yeah. Maybe the movie can maybe tackle a situation where, hey, maybe it's not Drake, but, it's in the same formula of Uncharted,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think they're going to try to keep it, at least with Drake, I think, just to keep
I don't know, because it's been such a pain in the ass to find somebody to play Drake and everybody, and it's it's not going to please everybody, so it's might as well just go with, a new character or something, I think that'd be kind of cool.
They can't even lock a director down.
I know, but I would be open to the idea if the Uncharted movie doesn't have Drake.
No, it was funny, though, because as I was playing Until Dawn, I don't want to.
I'm not.
Try not to spoil it. But there's a scene where Brent Dalton, who plays his character's name is what, Mike?
Yes, Mike.
Okay, there's a scene. There's a scene where he does a very Nathan Drake thing. And it got me thinking, maybe this guy can be Drake.
What? Where he shimmies off the ledge?
Yeah, I think that's early in the game, but there's one around the
Yeah,
middle.
so it's not really spoiling.
No,
Oh,
there's
shit,
this one part towards the middle of the game where he does something a bit more Nathan Drake like, and just got me thinking, oh yeah, maybe this guy.
I mean, he's the right age for it right now.
I mean,
so.
and then I guess now he has ties with Sony. I mean, he was in a Sony published game.
Yeah, I never actually had thought about it for him. Yeah, he'd be the perfect Drake.
Yeah, hopefully. So there you go, guys. Go put that on Twitter.
It's easy for him. He already has.
Dalton,
yeah, he'll probably be it. Yeah,
Brent Dalton for Drake.
Yeah, he'll probably be it.
Because I mean, it's good for Sony that way they can get I mean, yeah, he's known for Agent of Shield, but he's not like an A-lister, so like they can have him. Yeah, it would help him. Like they can put him as Drake, and then people can just see him as Drake. Most people. I mean, obviously, me and you will see him as Ward.
Yeah, really.
But for the most people, who'll be like, oh, that's that's Drake or whatever, and then they can just surround him with A-listers and supporting roles.
Aside from the obvious people that want to be as Drake, like Bradley Cooper and stuff, I think if Sony were to take a different kind of direction, I think it'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah,
and then maybe have Sully be the A-lister kind of character,
Yeah, they need to do the Marvel thing where they were getting the mostly kind of not unknown, but kind of mid-grade actors as their leads, and then surround them with the A-lister, supporting cast. Yeah,
that'd be pretty awesome. Sully would be the A-lister. It would have to be a person that is pretty well known for Sully. I mean, he's an old guy, so it's definitely got to be an experienced actor. No, not Michael Douglas.
he might actually be too old.
Unless they CG him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I don't really know. The opportunities are endless.
But then it's gonna be that. But then if they got someone like Michael Douglas to be Sully, it'd be this meta thing. When he talks about his adventures through the jungle, everybody's gonna be like, "Yeah, wasn't that movie Romancing the Stone about him going through the jungle on an adventure?"
Oh yeah.
So is that movie canon to Uncharted? Was that movie about Sully?
Yes, it definitely was. Sully the movie.
Sully the movie. Yeah.
I'm just curious, I mean, the Uncharted movie. They need to state if it's an adaptation, because maybe it just take place after Golden Abyss or before Golden Abyss or something. I think that'd be kind of cool, a different kind of adventure. I don't need an adaptation of any of the games.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Like I said, the Uncharted movie's still kind of a ways off. I think now the new release date's June 2017. Mm-hmm. And they still don't have a director or any actors lined up, so we'll see. And the Borderlands movie is way off because it's just started pre-production. But that leads me to the next news item. There is one video game movie we know is happening because it has a release date and it just started filming.
Whoa, which one?
The Assassin's Creed movie is coming out December 2016, and it's made through Fox. And Fox just released the first image of Michael Fassbender in his assassin uniform, get up, whatever you want to call it, showing that he is a new character.
And then Ubisoft later claimed that it's canon.
Yes, that's the big thing. That's the big news item here is that, yes, Ubisoft and Fox confirmed that this game is canon. It is in the same universe as the games.
Which is interesting.
Yes, which is very interesting because, like I said, we were just talking about how, what's Uncharted? Is it going to be a separate story? Is it going to be re-adaptation? And then same thing with Borderlands, but with Assassin's Creed, it's different. This is canon. This is now in the universe. They said, story beats that happen in the games can be referenced in the movie, and stuff that happens in the movie can be referenced in future games.
It's pretty badass since, Assassin's Creed has really lent itself to do that,
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, me personally, at least, I liked Michael Fassbender's get-up there. It looked pretty cool. The costume design is pretty cool.
Yeah.
We'll definitely have to see the other actors and see how they look too, even though that's really his movie to forefront in, which is cool. This is the side. We just had the bomb of Hitman Agent 47, so we're hoping 2016 really breaks the video game curse, the video game movie curse, as I should say.
Yeah, because we're getting two big ones. We're getting Assassin's Creed and World of Warcraft. Just Warcraft, sorry. So a lot of people are going to correct me. It's just Warcraft. It's not World of Warcraft.
Not World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And then Ratchet and Clank.
Yes, and Ratchet and Clank.
Which I don't know how it can lend itself to really sucking really hard unless it's a movie.
Because it's the same voice actors, the same writers. It can't.
You can't.
Like,
right?
you can't, right?
You would have to try, unless you're under Fox.
Yeah.
Which...
And then obviously, and then if that Ratchet & Clank movie does well, then Sony's got other animated movies planned.
The Sly Cooper,
the Sly Cooper one, and I guess they'll do other ones.
Uncharted, but it's not animated.
But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so that's 3 of them, and all 3 of those have potential to break the mold, like you say, break the curse of like video game movies.
Yes, they do. I'm excited to see where it goes.
And,
we'll have the day where it'll break that thing of comic book movies where they sucked at first and now they're really good. I hope.
Yeah, because that's the thing too. Like with Assassin's Creed, now they say it's canon and it's in the universe. It's kind of like, oh, so that means probably a future Assassin's Creed game will pull a Call of Duty and they'll put Michael Fassbender in the game. Like to do with
that'd be pretty badass.
Yeah. It's like Michael Fassbender is in the game. And they just motion capture him in.
In Assassin's Creed, other than like the historical figures and stuff, they don't really get the likeliness of any of the like actors that they get in the games, do they?
Well,
no. Assassin's Creed.
Well, the first game, Lucy looked like what's her name?
Not Lake Bell. No, Kristen Bell.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess, but I mean, they don't really pull the likeliness.
Not for Nolan North. Nor doesn't look like
or anyone else for that matter, other than the historical figures. But it's not like
she's the only one. Yeah, she's the only like the actors where it looks like the actor. As far as I know, I don't know what the other ones look like.
Yeah, come to think of it, I mean, Call of Duty's now doing that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, has been doing it, I should say. I mean, they've done it like in the past, but now they're like heavily doing it. We're like, oh, they're getting the dots in the faces and the balls in the face. So, just like Tomb Raider, the balls in the face and the dots on the face.
Kevin Spacey's hollering at you with balls on his face.
Exactly, and Tomb Raider, it's just technology is getting crazy.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I mean, for Assassin's Creed movie, I mean, how come they couldn't just take like one of those trailers that they make every year and just make it like 90 minutes? Full of Final Fantasy movie. Like,
yeah,
just do one of those things.
People want live action movies.
Oh, not Warcraft? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, whatever Warcraft is.
Whatever Warcraft is. We'll have to see about that one. I can't wait till a trailer drops for that one.
Yeah, this is such a weird movie. We've talked about it before, but Warcraft is such a weird movie because no one knows if it's even live.
That, people who have seen footage of it don't like it.
Like, no one knows if it's live action or not. Like, it's just weird. And it's weird that the studio won't even say. Like, every time they try to describe it, it doesn't sound clear if it's live action or not. They're like, no, it's a blend of CG, motion, whatever. And I'm like, oh, so is it Beowulf? And they're like, no. And I'm like, so is it live action? Well... God,
it's the mix nowadays. Everything is always mixed anyways.
God, I need a trailer. I just want to know if there'll be live action people on screen. Okay?
Or is it... Maybe they would have something in New York Comic Con for that.
Or is it like a Star Wars thing where like, oh, the people are real and the backgrounds and everything are CG, and I'm like, just give me a straight answer, or hell, show me the damn trailer, but,
Or you just have it like where it's Hobbit Battle of Five Armies and you have like CG looking people anyways.
Yeah.
Where they literally CG'd oh god. Excuse my Lord of the Rings lore knowledge, a dwarf's face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was over the top, but I don't know.
But yeah, so it's just weird. I mean, we'll see how it goes. And like I said, Assassin's Creed's doing something neat, doing something different. So they kind of have some confidence to it, I guess, by saying, "Yep, we are acknowledging this." So even if it sucks, it's like, well, we gotta acknowledge this. It's part of the canon.
It is.
But Ubisoft, they're used to criticism. They got this. So even if it is,
they are.
So even if it is criticized, they don't care. They'll keep it canon.
I mean, it can't be any worse than Assassin's Creed 3, right? In terms of story, at least.
Well, no, because if they did it like the game, it'd be like the movie being 3 parts, and part 1 and 2 would just be him training montage.
Well, no, he's not even in there.
Oh yeah.
Or wait, it can't be any worse than Unity's story, right?
I don't know. I didn't play.
Because that one, unfortunately, is reached even lower than Assassin's Creed 3 because it has arguably the worst assassin in all the Assassin series. Because this is the interesting thing about Michael Fassbender's Assassin. Like, will he be a good assassin? Because, like, the past couple Assassins... I mean, yeah, oh my gosh, I'm losing the name of the one from 4. Connor. No, not Connor.
Conway.
Conway. He was cool, right? He was awesome. The one in Unity sucks, and he's just like he's probably the worst assassin other than Connor. Connor blows, and Ezio and actually Altair are pretty good. And not really counting the spin-off games, I'm really just talking about the main ones here. It's just that the one in Unity sucks so hard, and I'm just hoping Michael Fassbender brings a certain level of character to that assassin so we can care about him. Because Unity did not bring that to the table whatsoever with whatever his face was. I don't even remember his name. It's like the Thor villain. I don't even Malekith. I don't care. Malekith.
I don't care.
No, I don't care because he was the worst villain in all the MCU. But I'm not going to talk about that.
But I don't know. Michael Fassbender, even when he doesn't always play in good movies, but he's always good in those movies.
All the time. I mean, The Counselor, that was a pretty awful movie even with him in it. Prometheus was just okay.
I love Prometheus.
Oh, it's just okay. In my opinion.
Well, dude, he was in Jonah Hex. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that. And I'm like, that movie was god awful.
Yeah, it was.
From what I hear. I've never seen it.
It is. But he gets his fair share of good movies, too.
Yeah.
It's just maybe you might have to blame his agent. So hopefully his agent didn't mislead him in the wrong direction for Assassin's Creed. And I'm sure Michael Fassbender is a fan of the Assassin's Creed series.
I don't know. He said in an interview he never played any of the games.
Well, it's just the same thing as Benedict Cumberbatch never knowing anything about Doctor Strange, and now, what do you know?
Yeah. They immerse themselves in it.
Yeah, they immerse themselves in it, and I feel bad for Benedict Cumberbatch. He probably has to read, however many issues there are of Doctor Strange.
Yeah, a lot. Because
him and Michael Fassbender are method actors.
Yes.
So they get into it. They get into it.
Yeah, Michael Fassbender will actually go out and assassinate somebody, and Benedict Cumberbatch will actually learn magic.
Well, I mean, he was a dragon.
Yeah.
So he could learn magic somehow.
I'm surprised he didn't burn down the village.
Or burn down the effects studio. He went full on dragon that he actually breathed fire from his mouth.
Pouring gasoline in his mouth and spraying it out. I'm going to set this place on fire.
But, I mean, it's all virtual reality anyway, so, if Michael Fassbender's really killing people, he's not actually really killing them, It's just all in the virtual animus.
Oh, yeah, it's the animus.
So all he has to do is just, lay down or, have a headset on or something. So that's all he has to do. It's pretty easy.
God, I can imagine the first trailer for this movie, and everybody's going to think it's like Avatar 2 or something.
I know, right?
A guy laying down in the thing, putting a helmet on, okay, sit back. It's going to be, and then zoom to the zoom, and then instead of cutting to the Pandora, it's it's old-timey Spain or whatever.
People are like, "Whoa, it is Avatar."
And then they're going to see the Fox. Then they're going to see the Fox logo first too, and that's Fox does the Avatar movie.
It's actually it's actually directed by James Cameron.
Yeah, James Cameron secretly directing this.
That'd be really funny.
Oh god, the crossover with Avatar. He goes into an assassin Navi. It's a Navi wearing the assassin robes.
That would actually make Avatar a whole lot more interesting. I would watch Avatar 2.
It's Assassin's Creed Avatar. Mm-hmm. I have Assassin.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
I have Assassin. Anyway, yeah. And, speaking of Fox, though, Fox actually announced a while ago that they're developing another video game movie, or at least an early development, kind of like what Borderlands is right now.
They're just coming on in. These movies.
Fox is in early development of a Mega Man movie. One
of my favorite video game franchises.
Yeah.
I love Mega Man.
And Fox wants to do a Mega Man movie, and we have no idea what direction they're taking this. All they said was that we want to develop a Mega Man movie, and that's it. So we don't know if it's going to be an animated movie, a live-action movie.
Like akin to Astro Boy?
Yeah, see, it could be something like that, like an animated 3D thing.
Just please don't. Please, Blue Sky, don't do it.
Blue Sky is Fox's only animation studio, so
they're going to need to find someone else.
Yeah, so yeah, if they decide to make the movie animated, it's going to Blue Sky.
No.
Yep.
They're like the most inconsistent animation house in all of Hollywood. They put out a decent movie, and then they put out a crap movie, and then they put out a decent movie, and then they put out a crap movie, and then they put out a crap movie, and then they put out an okay movie, and then they put out a crap movie. Nothing great.
Okay, let's put it like this. Maybe they'll put out the Peanuts movie this year, and
it'll be good.
That'll be good. And then next year they'll put out Ice Age 5, and that'll be crap. And then the year after that, they can put out Mega Man, and it'll be good. Since it'll be good.
God, are they still gonna make more Ice Age?
Yeah, they are. Ice Age 5, I think they're on now. That is in development for next summer.
I'm so freaking tired of Ice Age. They're really pushing that one because we never heard like, oh, Ice Age, and then now the dinosaurs, and like, when are they just gonna die already?
Yeah, they would just die from weather.
I hate that movie series, by the way. I hate it. I mean, well, I can't say I hate it because I only like the first two.
I only like the first one.
you know the first one.
I don't even like the second one.
But good lord, man, 3 was awful. I watched that. It was terrible. The 4th was just ungodly awful. God. Not even the powers of God can make it that terrible. And whenever this 5th one might be coming to conception or whatever, just abort it. I'm tired of these. I'm tired of these movies. They're just cash grabs. They don't even make that much money here domestically. It's just the
international box office.
International markets. That's all it is. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, like I said, if Mega Man becomes an animated movie, which would probably be the best route to make that movie.
Exactly. Oh God, if it was live action, we have another Mario Brothers movie on our hands.
Yeah. I mean, animation it can work, but like I said, it would go to Blue Sky because that's Fox's only animated studio.
Why does Fox own all these things?
That's all they have.
And I hate Fox now. They're probably one of the worst movie studios and television studios.
No. Take that back. They are with DreamWorks, too, now. I forgot about them. They do actually have a thing with DreamWorks now. So there is a slight chance DreamWorks could do it.
But even DreamWorks has been inconsistent. Now I basically want is Pixar.
just get the How to Train Your Dragon team to do that Mega Man movie.
Yes, please. Thank you. Because, there's like different divisions of... animation. Yeah, well, not really. There's just different teams. It's like game developers. There's separate teams. How to Train Your Dragon one is obviously the best one because they're the only ones that put out quality movies. I mean, I'm really meaning that. I mean, I really don't like anything else DreamWorks puts out, to be quite honest with you. I didn't like Home, or whatever the hell that was. That was a boring movie. I watched that one. It was really boring. I don't know about Kung Fu Panda 3. I mean, that trailer was pretty funny, I'll have to admit, but I don't know. DreamWorks is just as inconsistent as Blue Sky.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion. I know some people like some of the recent DreamWorks movies, but other than How to Train Your Dragon, DreamWorks has gone in a pretty downward in terms of quality.
Yeah, because I forgot DreamWorks was with Fox. So yeah, if they do an animated Mega Man movie, it could go to DreamWorks also. That is another possibility.
Which would be brilliant. It would look amazing. It would look really good.
Yeah, because I think they got to be making this as an animated film. I just don't really see Fox really committing. Like, yes, we're doing a live action Mega Man film.
The E-Tank, you got Proto Man. No, does that even sound right in your head? But then again, there were a lot of things that don't sound right in your head, but Fox went with it anyways. Fantastic for it.
Yeah, because I mean, I just picture Mega Man could be a good animated movie, but for live action, I don't know. Animate's the way to go in this one.
Just gotta make sure, man. Some things make too much sense for Fox.
Yeah.
You got Gotham.
Gotham. It's like Got Ham. Yep. Mega Man the movie, directed by Josh Trank. Cause fuck you.
Why not? Right? No, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
why
he's not
not,
coming
bro?
back for anything now.
Anything. He will never make a movie again.
Well, I mean, we've had some directors in the past where they made crap movies and then they maybe bounced back, but man, Fantastic Four was really a bomb.
Yeah. But
I don't know how I'll bounce back from that, but who cares, right?
yeah. But yeah. So yeah, that's basically what's going on about video game movies. Because we had a couple. Because I mean, this was weird. We had like 3 different movie things announced this week, so we had to go over them.
And they're important too because this could be kind of a video game movie movement.
Yes, it could be. It could be the next thing. 2016 is the deciding year. I think it's going to be. We'll see. But yeah. But yeah, so that's like I said, that's our video game movies. So let's move on to other video game news, video game stuff. A couple of release dates and stuff. Probably won't take too long to go over.
Probably not.
Just a few game announcements, kind of. Okay, so this is something we talked about on the show previously about the games being developed for last gen and current gen at the same time and all that.
Yes.
Well, Warner Brothers announced this past week that Mortal Kombat X has been canceled for PS3 and 360. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, it's been canceled because the game, when they first released the game on current gen back in April, they said, "Oh, it will come out in the summer." Well, the summer passed, and they're like, "Where's the game?" Like, yeah, sorry, we canceled it. If you
I'm sorry for laughing, but that's
yeah. If you've already pre-ordered the game, you're gonna get a full refund.
I'm wondering where we're. I mean, not that it was really promised, but I'm sure there are at least some people looking forward to that. And just for whatever, it's Warner Brothers. How am I surprised anymore?
Well, I mean, Warner Brothers has pretty much moved on to just next gen only. Pretty much all their games are. I mean, Dying Light was only on new systems. Batman is only on new systems. Not Max Payne. Well, I keep saying Mad Max was only on the new systems.
Max Payne. Max Payne.
No, Mad Max was only on the new systems, and now Mortal Kombat's on the new systems. So
can we at least applaud Warner Brothers for this week that they actually put out a port of a PC game not broken?
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Mad Max people are already saying that Mad Max is more than an exceptional PC port. So gotta give them a round of applause for that because Mortal Kombat X was broken in the beginning, and Arkham Knight we're not even going to talk about. Bravo WB for making a PC port actually work.
Yeah, so pretty much, but basically anything Warner Bros. Is working on that's not Lego related is just pretty much next gen only.
Thank you. And PC.
And PC. Well, PC is lumped in there with next gen.
I know, but and PC. You can't
PC. Kind of like a certain game from last year should have been next gen only, but
wait, what was that game?
Shadow of Mordor.
Oh yeah. Let's not talk about Shadow.
Yeah.
On PS3, we don't speak of Shadow of Mordor PS3 edition.
Yeah.
Where it runs 15 frames a second.
Yeah.
3 frames a second.
3 frames a second. Yeah. So now that Mortal Kombat's not coming soon, because that's what I think we predict on the show, that Warner Bros. Was probably going to just wait till like the complete edition comes out and then put that out on PS3, as a complete edition.
I'm starting to question, speaking of the complete edition, I'm starting to question whether or not we're getting a complete edition or not.
Oh, we will get one. We just don't know when, because they just announced more DLCs coming.
Yay. I don't know, man. This is just now delaying the inevitable complete edition, which maybe at this point in time, not really, but like in December, right? We would have a complete edition.
Yeah, usually.
So now it's like, You have to wait even longer.
Yeah, it might wait a little longer, but it's got to be coming. This pretty much kills all hope of a Vita version.
Oh yeah. Whoa! No! Oh.
Yeah, if they weren't putting this on PS3, they're not going to put it on Vita.
And I shouldn't be too surprised at that because I said like AAA games on Vita are dead, but because Vita's like if you love fighting games, get a Vita, because the Vita has pretty much almost all the fighting games. Yeah, it's got BlazBlue, it's got Mortal Kombat, it's got Marvel vs. Capcom, it's got
Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Yeah, it's good. Okay.
I mean, it's there. It's a fighting game.
It's there. I mean, BlazBlue's very good.
You got Injustice is on Vita.
Injustice is even on Vita. Oh, that's unfortunate. Mortal Kombat X is not going to make it to the Vita.
But so most of the fighting games are coming to Vita. But like I said, now that Mortal Kombat X won't be coming to Vita because if it's not coming to PS3, it's not coming to Vita. But what is coming to Vita?
Thank you. Yes, good news on the Vita.
Some good news on the Vita front. What is coming to Vita is that this was recently XCOM Enemy Unknown Plus has been rated for by the ESRB for Vita release.
XCOM?
Yes, XCOM is coming to Vita.
I guess that's cool.
It was rated a while back by like a German board or whatever, but now it's been officially rated by the US ESRB, so that means that it's looking very likely that it's happening and it's releasing soon. But yeah, XCOM Enemy Unknown, the good one, the good XCOM game, the turn-based strategy one.
We don't need to speak of whatever that other one was.
Yeah.
First Contact, I forgot what it was called.
Yeah. But no, the Enemy Unknown is coming to Vita. And yeah, I mean, it seems like a game that really works for Vita. I mean, it's turn-based strategy. I think it's something that would probably really work on the portable, nature.
Oh, hell yeah. So, I guess they're really working on this one and not XCOM Enemy Unknown 2 on PS4, I guess?
Well, that's still being developed for PC. So that will eventually... I mean, it's going to come to consoles at some point.
I hope so. Why do I get the feeling that it will never come?
How many PC games... Yeah, how many PC games don't come to consoles nowadays?
Well, I mean, if you're excluding like indie, which we're actually have a topic on that, which we're going to have to get to sooner or later.
Yeah.
If you're excluding the shovelware games on PC, not very many.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like indie shovelware.
That
but people literally don't give a crap about.
Yeah, most of the big things come to consoles. Just more profitable that way. I think they just want to focus on the PC market for now, and then.
Or if they're just exclusive on the Xbox. Halo Wars.
Oh yeah.
So stupid that approach that Microsoft is doing with the exclusives and the PC. It's so dumb.
Yes.
Imagine if Sony did that, right? Like, Uncharted 4 is on PlayStation 4 and PC. You're dumb as shit. That's what Microsoft is doing.
Well, Sony did that with some of their Sony Online games. They did that with...
But that's different. That's like a whole different, kind of niche. But this is we're talking like single player or like heavy multiplayer games that, you should be playing this on like a console, not a PC. Mm-hmm. I mean, Halo would be kind of cool on a PC. Just Halo, not Halo Wars. Halo Wars would be awesome on PC. If any of them make sense, it's just Halo Wars. But if you're bringing like all these other Xbox exclusives to PC, it's just really weird.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, XCOM coming to Vita is exciting because it's a game that works.
And it's a AAA game on the Vita.
Yeah, so check that out. And like I said, we don't know the release date and all that because it hasn't been formally announced yet. But something should be coming
maybe
soon.
Next year.
Yeah, but hopefully when it releases, you can play it on your new, because this is the next news item, your new Aqua Blue Vita, which has just been announced.
Ooh, where do they sell this Aqua Blue Vita?
It'll be sold at GameStop starting November 17th. Sony announced this past week. They said it's the Vita 2000 model, but it's in a new color.
No Vita 3000.
No, but it is it's the Vita 2000 model, and it's going to be this new aqua blue color, and it's not even it's weird, like it's not even a bundle, it's just the Vita, like it doesn't come with like a game or anything, and it's like, yeah, but it's blue now, and it's coming out at GameStop in November.
How much?
$199.
They didn't drop the price. I'm expecting $130 at this point for this thing.
Yeah, well,
I hope.
Gotta pay for that color,
I have a day job.
Yep. But it's cool though. It's always cool when Sony puts out a new color for their system because they don't do it very often.
Yeah, true, I guess.
Not like in Japan, where you can get the Vita in like 10 different colors, or you can get your PlayStations in different colors. This is like not too often America gets different colors.
Better yet, it's the Vita, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's cool though. It's cool. It's Sony putting out a Vita variation. Obviously, they expect to sell some, putting it out. Something.
I guess so, because GameStop doesn't even give a crap about the Vita.
But they're selling it. They're the exclusive seller of the Aqua Blue Vita.
There you go. They got a partnership where they sell games.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
And then Sony confirmed that Minecraft Story Mode is coming to Vita.
I hope that's a given at that point. I hope.
Yeah,
Telltale
but
Games,
I think what they mean is like it'll probably be released day and date with the other ones, like episode by
no
episode.
way. I don't believe that.
Well, I don't really see why else they'd make an announcement about it right now. You know,
Well, they always do that, dude. Like for Game of Thrones and Borderlands.
they never announced that those were coming to Vita.
Oh crap! Maybe they'll never come.
No, they'll probably come to Vita. They just won't announce it until the full retail ones are announced. You know, they usually announce it with the retail copies, like, oh, Game of Thrones is coming to PS4, PS3, Vita, and all that, or whatever. They just wait, but like for Vita, like Vita doesn't get their games episodically. The only one they got episodically was
Walking Dead. They even tried, but like it's still late.
Yeah. But I think that's probably what they mean for Minecraft, is that's going to be day and date, because I don't really see why else
it's Minecraft.
Yeah, and I don't really see why else they would announce this right away. Like, yes, Minecraft is coming to Vita, like the story mode.
What if they had said that right away? What if they had said that right away? Like, oh, we'll have it day and date, but instead they just announced that it's coming.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, though. By announcing that's coming to Vita, that kind of implies that it's coming day and date with the other versions.
I hope so. You're going to be waiting a whole other year because you have to wait for all the episodes to come out, and now it'll be on Vita.
That'd be funny if you buy the Aqua Blue Vita and it just comes with a voucher, and it's like, oh, I can download these? Well, you can download them as they come out. Like it's the season pass.
Oh, what a load of crap, Telltale. I love you, but at the same time, I hate you.
Yep. So, yeah.
But that's funny, though.
Yeah, it's funny. What? Let's see what else we got.
We got the mailbag?
Yeah, we got a couple of release dates. One of them is Deus Ex Mankind Divided is coming February 23rd to PS4 and Xbox One.
Do you care to announce the lucrative pre-order bonuses for the dreaded pre-order bonuses for?
Yeah, God, they're doing this weird thing where
what are they doing?
Right now, if you pre-order, you get some downloadable stuff, and if so many more people pre-order, you get. I don't even remember what you all get.
I don't.
I have a screenshot. Let me load it real quick.
It's crazy. I don't even know. No.
I don't even know, man.
No, it's just ridiculous.
Oh, here it is. Okay. So yeah, right now, if everyone pre-orders, they get this like costume pack, and then if more people pre-order it, there's some downloadable extras, and then if more people pre-order it, you get an extra in-game mission, and then if more people pre-order it, you get this other thing, and if more people pre-order, like if it hits a certain threshold, they're going to release the game 4 days earlier. If so many people pre-order it.
This is so stupid.
Yeah, it's this weird campaign to get people to pre-order games, and. You know, I mean, pre-order bonuses have been a thing for a while, and it's whatever. But this is really big. This is basically saying, please pre-order our game. Hell, if you pre-order our game, we'll give it to you 4 days early. And if not, then whatever. And I think this is all a big, I mean, obviously it is, but it's probably going to be like a big marketing stunt. Because basically, because they didn't say the exact number. They just said that so many pre-orders. They didn't say an exact number because when it comes down to it, Square Enix is just going to say they did. Like, they're going to say, oh, we did it. We hit the number. Now we're going to release the game 4 days early. Because if they don't, it's going to look really bad on their part. Like, when it comes time, it's like, oh, not enough people pre-ordered, so it's coming out on the 24th and not the 20th. Like, that's going to look bad on their part, So
it's another unreasonable expectations that Square Enix always pulls.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, yeah, I think it's going to get released 4 days early, so probably it's going to come out the 20th or whatever, because, like I said, it's just going to look bad on Square Enix's part if they're like, oh, sorry, not enough pre-orders, so we got to put out this date, It's just going to look bad on their part, so they're just going to say, like, oh, we did it, Because, I mean, pre-orders are kind of going down a bit, because I know, like I said last week, my GameStop didn't have enough pre-orders for Metal Gear Solid 5 to even do a midnight launch, so it's just one of those things where there's just not... I mean, because pre-ordering, I don't pre-order games until, like...
do it the day before.
Yeah, I do it, like, the week before, unless there's, like... Pretty much the only time I pre-order a game way in advance is if it's a collector's edition.
Or, like, a big game, like Rock Band.
Or, like, Rock Band, yeah. But most of the time, I just pre-order, like, a week before, because there's no real incentive, because you're going to get those bonuses right away. Like if you pre-order the game like a week before, or the day before, you're going to get those pre-order bonuses. Because normally they're digital things.
Right.
That's why certain developers are coming up with these new gimmicks to be like, oh, like this one is like, oh, we want so many people to pre-order it because we want to release the game 4 days early. Or Far Cry 4 did a thing where like, oh, you have to pre-order it by this date and you get this bonus. And after this date, you don't get this bonus if you don't have it pre-ordered yet.
Yeah.
So, but no one's done that since then. Like I don't think anyone else has done something like that since Far Cry 4. So it's just this thing where it's like trying to come up with different ways to get people to pre-order. Because you don't really need to. I mean, well, actually, in your case, you kind of proved that you do need to because you couldn't get a copy of Until Dawn.
Ridiculous. Because they were only getting the amount of shipments they had pre-ordered, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Dumbest thing in the world why they would want to do that.
So,
and that's probably Sony's part. I don't understand.
That's a weird situation. But 90% of the time, if you don't pre-order the game...
I might even go lower than that in some cases. I mean... Maybe Xbox does that right in terms of shipments, but God, Sony's is awful.
Yeah.
For Until Dawn, that was stupid.
90% of the time, if you pre-order the game, if you don't pre-order the game, you can still get it day one. Like the store is going to have it in stock.
I had to go to 3 different GameStops. If I didn't have as good as friends that I did to take me to all these GameStops, I would have just given up like at the second one and not even care to buy Until Dawn until like. Well, obviously I wanted Until Dawn because I went to that many GameStops and I really wanted to play it. But honestly, if I didn't even care as much as Until Dawn, and I did, I probably would have not gotten it until like weeks later. Yeah. I'm not even joking, but that's a side thing. But whatever.
Yeah, like I said, I already talked about it in last week's episode. I had the same situation happen with Resistance 3. I got the last store copy, and the rest were all pre-order copies.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a similar problem when Bioshock 2 came out. I remember. At the time when Bioshock 2 came out, there was no GameStop in my town. It was just a Walmart. And that Walmart sold out of all their copies day one, and they didn't get any in for like a week or two. They didn't get any copies of Bioshock 2. So like I didn't play Bioshock 2 until like 2 weeks after the game came out because they just didn't have any copies in stock.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was just a weird thing. And that was, like I said, that was actually before Walmart even did pre-orders. So yeah. It's kind of there. But yeah, I mean, so this is Square Enix trying to be desperate. Like, oh, please pre-order our game. Down
on their knees.
Yeah. But speaking of pre-orders and release dates, a certain other game got a release date this week. That we've talked about a great deal on the show, and which finally has a release date.
What game?
What game? Uncharted 4 finally has a release date. Yes. Uncharted 4 is coming. Yeah, Uncharted 4 is coming March 18th, 2016.
Yes.
And man, when I saw that, I was like, oh crap. I was 1 week off. My predicted release date was March 25th. I was off by 1 week.
Oh, dude, you know what? Because this kind of game, Uncharted 4, I didn't want it to be like a end of the month game. I wanted it to be the kind of game where obviously it needs to come out the week of Batman vs Superman. Just like The Last of Us was with Man of Steel.
Yeah, that's why I predicted. I predicted March 25th, and they beat me by 1 week. They putting it out 1 week before then, the 18th, and I was just like, so close.
Oh, that week of March is going to be glorious. I already feel it now because that's that same feeling I had in 2013 with Last of Us and Man of Steel. Granted, Man of Steel, yes, it's divisive, but I like Man of Steel and I love Last of Us. So like, imagine like Uncharted 4 is going to be that 10 out of 10 game, and then we'll have to see how Batman vs Superman is. But at the same time, it's just it's going to be good. I feel it.
Yeah. So yeah, the game's coming out March 18th, and they announced.
There you go. Yeah, you got enough.
They announced the collection editions. There's 2 different ones. There is.
I hate this crap.
There's the collection edition. Yeah, there's a collection edition that's $80, and it comes with the game, and the game comes in this really cool steel case that has like this
awesome
that artwork, really awesome artwork.
Like and whoever that guy is, do the artwork for the poster of the movie.
Yes. So you get the game, comes in the cool steel case. You get some digital bonuses, and you get a 48-page art book.
The art book I could. Yeah, that's fine.
It's pretty
But
neat. The big collector's edition, what is it called? I forget what it's called. Something. It's a long word with an L. Do you know?
El goddamn Diablo. I don't know. Can I say
Yep.
1400 edition?
I don't know.
From Uncharted 2.
But it's the bigger collector's edition, and it's $119, $120, and it comes with everything that the other collector's edition comes with. But it also comes in this big case, and it comes with a 12-inch Drake statue.
It looks awesome.
It looks awesome.
The
and
company
amazing.
that makes it is really good.
Yes. So,
which one are you going to be getting?
well, I got a funny story for that. So,
Oh.
so I went to my GameStop Tuesday morning to go pick up Metal Gear Solid 5, and the night before that, Monday, is when they announced the collector's edition for Uncharted. And lately, collectors have been selling out really fast because we saw what happened with the Pip-Boy edition and the Call of Duty fridge, the mini fridge edition or whatever.
Well,
it's
now
called.
that's back in stock, though.
Oh, it is?
On Amazon, at least.
My
The
brothers
Call of
really
Duty
want it.
one is.
Oh,
and I'm planning to buy it.
Oh, I have to tell my brothers then because they really want that collector's edition. So
I want that fridge.
Yeah, I know. My brothers want it too. I'll look into that. But anyway, so a lot of those collections sold out pretty fast. So before I went to GameStop that morning, I checked on the app, and the app said that the collector's edition for Uncharted 4 was sold out. I was like, oh, damn, it's already sold out.
Already?
Like,
holy crap.
Yeah. So I went to GameStop that morning to pick up Metal Gear Solid 5, and you know how near they are. Do you want to pre-order anything else while you're here? And I'm like,
yes.
I was like, yes, I want to pre-order Uncharted 4. Do you have the collector's edition in stock? And they said, we should. The guy was like, we should. I mean, it just got announced. I'm like, yeah, but it's already sold out online. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah. He's like, So he looked it up on the computer. He's like, nope, it's still available here in store. I'm like, okay, I want to pre-order it. He's like, all right. So he placed the pre-order. He's like, congratulations, you're the first person to pre-order the Uncharted Collector's Edition at this store. I was like, yes.
But now you got to talk about the other collector's edition that's not a physical that you hold in your hand.
Yes, they also announced that you can digitally pre-order Uncharted 4, and you can pre-order the digital deluxe edition, which costs $80, and you get the game, all the digital bonuses that come with the collector's edition of the physical game, but you also get the what is now known as the Uncharted Season Pass, basically, because Uncharted's getting one.
What a surprise!
Yeah, so similar to the Last of Us Season Pass, it comes with 2 multiplayer packs, which will give you presumably map packs, weapons, and all that stuff.
But the main thing, Nugget here.
The big thing is that, yes, Uncharted 4 will get a story DLC pack.
Yes, akin to Left Behind.
Left Behind. So, yep. So
yes, Nathan Drake's story is not over yet.
Well,
or we don't know that. We don't know what the DLC.
Well, it's probably a prequel thing, new character.
You don't know
who
that
knows?
yet. We don't know how the story ends. You don't even know.
Yeah, but I don't
You
know.
never know.
I know, but not too many people do epilogue DLC.
I know, but you had Prince of Persia. You had.
Yeah, but do you know how pissed off people would be if oh, the game doesn't end, the real ending is in the DLC. The DLC has the ending.
There's been people pull crap like that before.
I know people have, but I'm saying, I know, but Naughty Dog doesn't want to do that, or I don't think they do. So,
you don't know that yet.
I know, but I mean, they're Naughty Dog, right? They're not going to do that.
Oh no, right? No,
right.
That'd be ridiculous.
So yeah, I mean, they gave no hints of what the story DLC will be, so it's just us presuming that it will be a prequel, or at least I'm presuming it's some prequel story. For all we know, it could be another character, maybe a character we see in the game. We could see their story. You know, that's always an option. So that's my assumption there. Why is it quiet on your end?
No.
I don't know. My co-host has gone silent. I don't know what's wrong. So, but yeah. Anyway, that's my assumption. Alrighty.
Hey.
Okay. So I don't know what happened there. We had slight technical difficulty. We kind of went silent on both ends.
It's
for
okay.
A minute
It's no
there.
big deal. We get back into the. We get back into it. We lose the groove. We lose the beat. It's okay.
Yeah. If you turn off my groove, whatever that goes.
Oh, sorry.
Kick him out the window.
Such an underrated movie. At first, New Groove so good, and then they had to run it into the ground with the television show and all that stuff.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So as I said, Uncharted's getting some DLC. It's cool.
Yeah.
Presumably it's a prequel or a new character. My presumptions. But yeah, so
We'll see.
we'll see. You want to go into viewer mail?
Yep.
I do have two more. I had two more things, but they're not that big. We don't have to go over them.
What are they? If they're not that big.
I'll just shout them real quick. Star Wars Battlefront's getting a beta early October.
Yep. Awesome.
So presumably if you pre-order, you're gonna get in. If not, you can sign up for it. They said there'll be a sign-up page once we get closer. So that's good. People can check out Star Wars Battlefront. We can start playing it early October. Get some impressions going.
I'm going to have to do some heavy dissection on Battlefront once that one comes out. I'm interested.
Yeah. So
because they keep saying things that everybody hates.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. So there's that. That's cool. The other news is that, oddly enough, out of nowhere, Deadpool is coming to PS4 and Xbox One on November 17th. Yeah, the Deadpool game.
Which you like. You liked it.
Yes, I really liked it. I really liked it. I would play it again, but I am not paying $50 for it again. If this had a $20 price, I would get a day one.
Been like
but at
$10.
Yeah, it should have been $10, $20. $50 price tag, no. So, and it's coming out November 17th. Terrible time. So this will probably, this game will probably drop fast in price, and once it does, I'll pick it up.
Is it just digital?
No, I think those are physical copy because they put out the box art for it. So,
but you can have box art for a digital game.
Yeah, but it even has the banner and everything.
Oh, okay. So we'll just make sure. Just making sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out and I'll play it again. I'm just not getting a day one. I'm going to wait till the price drops because it'll probably drop pretty fast. I want to play it again, get the platinum. It's a fun little game. It's just not. It's just not worth that full price.
It's not worth it. Well, it's $50. That's $60.
It's $50, yeah. I know, but still, that's still full price. That's how much it was when it launched on PlayStation 3. So, but like I said, Deadpool game was fun, and I would play it again. But like I said, I'm just gonna wait for the price to drop. $50 is way too much for a port, and they're not adding like anything to it,
like at all. It's just like the prototype one.
Because Activision have the rights to make a sequel, so they're like, well, let's just put out the one we already made.
Next gen logic.
Yeah, well, it's true. Like Activision's Marvel license expired, so they can't make any new Marvel games. They can only re-release the ones they've already made.
So wait, that means they can't even make a Deadpool 2?
Nope.
Why were you saying that they wanted to make a Deadpool 2?
No, I say they can't make a Deadpool 2 if they wanted to.
Oh, so they could just re-release that same one over and over again?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They can only put out the games they've already made. They can't make any new ones because their Marvel license expired.
Well, I guess you could say Activision, go and give it to you.
Yep. It's like we could have made another Deadpool game to tie in with the movie, but we can't. We don't have the license anymore.
Yep.
So, yeah. But like I said, there's that. That's whatever. And you have some viewer mail?
Yes. Let's go over the mailbag, which is important.
Try to go over it. Yes, it's important. We love getting viewer mail.
Yeah, so we gotta answer the people. We can't have them hanging and waiting weeks.
Yeah.
But
we're gonna try to.
Like this guy here.
Yes.
Oh, this one has been 3 weeks behind, so we don't want to get weeks behind.
Boy. Yeah, sorry, guy.
Sorry, Guy. Well, actually, his name is Guy. Just kidding. Guy Ritchie.
That'd be perfect. Guy Ritchie emailed us. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's okay. Anyways.
Manuel's all right.
Yeah. This one comes from Justin Murray. He's actually on my friends list. And he says, since you guys talk a big game about the music games this fall, how likely is it that the genre will become successful this fall?
What games?
He says music games, so I guess I'm assuming he's talking about Guitar Hero Live.
Yes.
Yes,
we talk a lot about music games.
Yeah, so he says, since you guys talk a big game, you talk a big game. I mean, he plays music games himself, so don't be hating.
Don't be hating.
But anyways, what's the likeliness of its success this fall? Is it going to sell a lot? Is it going to kind of be the way it is? Has it been? Or how do you see it?
I don't know. I'm really curious. I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's not going to be the huge
No,
boom
obviously
again. But I think Rock Band 4 is going to do well. I think Rock Band 4 is actually in a good spot because it's kind of like it's nicely spaced between the big games. Because October 6th, Metal Gear Solid have already been out for a month. Madden already been out for about 2 months. I don't think anything's coming out at the end of September, right? No big game at the end of September.
No.
I think NBA comes out, but that's not. I mean, it's big, but it's not that big.
I mean, it's for that section of the audience. So.
Yeah, I mean, it won't overshadow, Rock Band. And for the rest of October, there isn't too much more. Until the end of the month. So I think Rock Band is in a good spot to succeed and do well. But Guitar Hero Live is in the awkward spot. Like, I think it comes out doesn't come out like the same day or the same week as Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
So it's already got that, and then it's the last week of October before November. And November is when all the big games hit. You got Call of Duty, you got Fallout 4, you've got Star Wars Battlefront, you got Tomb Raider. All the stuff coming out in November. So Guitar Hero doesn't have that much breathing room after its release. Where Rock Band 4, it's like, okay, we're the only game coming out that week and the next week, and
there's Uncharted collection, but that's different.
Yeah, and then Rainbow Six Siege got delayed to December, so that's not coming out the week after Rock Band 4 anymore. So add the two, Rock Band 4 definitely has the most breathing room and the more likely to be successful on its date.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So
I think, yes, I agree. It won't have the same boom, the dynamite boom. Guitar Hero will definitely take a hit. But yes, people are curious that it's different, right? But I think it has an incredibly awkward set list. And I think for the hardcore Guitar Hero players that at least I know, they don't like the change. And neither do I.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll be as picked up as much as Rock Band. And people will complain about Rock Band and just say it looks the same, but then at the same time I'll just be like, play Guitar Hero Live if you wanted something different. And Rock Band 4 has enough features where it's different. And it actually has a decent set list. But in terms of its level of success, I think it will be moderate. Where I think it'll sell fine. It's not going to sell gangbusters. The DLC will definitely support it later on. In terms at this point, what the DLC might be, I think it'll probably maybe be bi-weekly.
Yeah,
which is fine.
Plus,
like Rocksmith.
Plus Remarks already said that this is more like a platform launch. They expect this to be a long-term thing. They don't really, expect it to be like all at once. Buy all this game.
Right. So that's how I kind of see it right now in the landscape, how it's going. I mean, it's about a month from now. We still need to wait for the rest of the songs for Rock Band 4 to be announced, and actually, only about like 50 or almost 60% of the songs have been announced. So we're still waiting for the other 40. So they'll come. Yeah. We didn't get any this week, no, but PAX was this week, and the GameStop convention, which is for the managers, I guess, right, was this week. Yeah. I wonder what games they showed, though. Last year, the highlight game was like Grand Theft Auto Remastered, but I don't even know what game they were really showing this fall, honestly. I'm curious. But anyways, that's to answer that question, Justin. And we'll skip the Metal Gear question since we'll probably talk about Metal Gear a good deal next week.
Yes, because sadly I haven't got enough time to play it.
So I'm already 8.5 hours in Metal Gear.
Shit, I'm like maybe an hour in.
You're not even past the hospital. Oh, whoops! I shouldn't say.
No, I am past the prologue.
Dude, you just got out of it.
I am past the prologue, but I'm still in the first mission.
So you haven't got little Dee Dee yet.
No. Well, I've been busy, man. I'm coming home late. I'm tired.
You're gonna love Dee Dee. Dee Dee's the cutest thing in the world.
I had to help the Dark TV guy fix some stuff. Or no, he broke some stuff. And I was just like, so I couldn't play Metal Gear Solid the last 2 days or a day and a half, something like that. No,
it's okay.
Anyway, yeah. So we'll save Metal Gear question till next week. I'll have played it more by then.
But we do have one more thought-provoking one that maybe this one does take a little bit of thought. This one comes from Austin. He asks us a very good question here. He says, "Do you think the PSN is suffering from an oversaturation of games being released that gamers nor Sony care to give any attention to? Steam just announced it has 6,000 plus games on its service, And while that's quite the milestone, I don't see it as such, as it's quite eerie to compare the iOS App Store with PSN and Steam, with only a few diamonds in the rough.
So, I mean, what is he asking here?
Like, just an oversaturation of games that you look at, like, on PSN. And, Steam has a lot of games on its store. But
Yeah.
Does that mean a lot of them are good? No. Same thing with iOS.
No. Yeah. I mean, well, iOS, that's different. Like, iOS, it is like
awful.
Majority shovelware. Just junk on
But,
there.
I mean, when you look at this here, Steam announced 6,000 plus games. I mean, how many of those do you think are even quality games?
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing with Steam. Steam is more like developer friendly, where it's easier to kind of get a game up on Steam, And same thing with the App Store. Like, anybody can get an app on the App Store, Where on PlayStation, it's way more like me and you couldn't just make something put on PlayStation. It will take a lot more work.
It would.
But
then there are times though, man, where I do kind of like the weekly drop, right? That every week on the blog. Mm-hmm. I'll have to admit there are some games that like I look on there, I'm just like, what? Like, what is this? Like, Sony doesn't talk about them. Gamers don't really talk about them.
Yeah,
and
I mean, it's just
like, why is this even on here?
Well, like I said, I think it's just the accessibility. I mean,
I suppose.
Like I said, Steam and iOS, anybody can kind of get a game there. With PlayStation, it's a little more work, but you got to have something behind you to get it. And yes, there is some games that are going to come up that people are never going to have heard of or never going to hear about, or talk about. But that doesn't happen very often. Most games get some kind of attention. To where you can see your stuff or have it, seen or heard about through the PlayStation blog or maybe through podcasts or something. And
or even ours.
It's just it's or ours, yeah. So it's a very small number, but yes, some games do kind of slip through. Now Sony was working on I forget what it was called. What was that platform they just shut down?
The PlayStation Mobile one?
Yes, the mobile platform where that was going to be the more accessible, user developer friendly, where like, people can develop small games and just put them up on the PlayStation Store and have them playable on Vita or whatever. But that shut down because nobody was using it.
And then there are the minis.
The minis, yeah, that was another thing. So it's just one of those things where like Sony has tried.
And now they're highlighting them like with the plus voting, like we talked about last week heavily. Definitely because Armorillo didn't get picked. But yeah, I mean. They're starting to recognize maybe the games that wouldn't be as recognized before with the voting. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
PSN it has a little bit, but not to the level of Steam or even iOS for that. I mean, not on the level. It has a little bit though. Like I will have to admit that like, what are these games? Like even on Vita, I look at like what? It's just I'm like, oh Lord, because there's just stuff like every freaking week. It's just. Even when I'm like, it's a dead week, it's probably just a dead week because there are some games that like nobody even talks about or even heard about before. And it's just like little games. They're not like big games or from big publishers. It's just like it gets ridiculous at times, but it's nowhere near on the level of Steam or even iOS yet. Or yet. I say yet, but we'll have to see.
I mean, yeah, like I said, I think if the mobile platform would have really picked up, then we definitely would see it like that. But it never got picked up.
But that's because Sony does. I shouldn't say that they always have been, but that they care. But maybe they should start maybe caring a little bit more. That like just because a game is going to be put up there and it gets to a cert and they're not going to care about it, maybe Sony shouldn't put it up on there. Just a thought. Even if it's like. Mediocre or like middle of the road and like Sony doesn't even give a care to talk about it. Maybe they shouldn't put it on there.
Well, no, but I'm just saying it's the developer. If the developer's willing to pay the fee to get it in the store, then Sony's going to put it there. Like if it gets through cert and they're willing to pay the fees to have it in the store, then they're going to put it in the store. I mean, that's the thing. And Sony,
because they like the accessibility, like Xbox ID at Xbox. It's the same.
Yeah, and I mean it's not. I mean, the floodgates isn't open like it's Steam or iOS where anybody can do it. But, but I mean, when it comes down to it, it's like, hey, if you're a developer who can make something,
interesting
and willing to pay the fees, then sure, we'll put your game in the store. But it's not open to just anybody.
Games with lines?
Yeah, so it's just...
I know.
That's just how it is with Sony's platform.
Next, you're going to tell me there's going to be a game about bread on the PS4. Oh, wait.
I am bread.
I am bread.
But even that's got developers behind that have done things
And,
that people
and
play,
Sony
like-
did actually talk about it on the blog.
Yeah, so it's got that attention.
Just some games don't get that attention. That's just what my main concern is. But Austin has a good point, though.
Now,
I mean,
yes.
I haven't thought about it.
Well, yep. And if you have a game that you're putting on PlayStation, you want people to talk about it, let us know. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, but you're gonna need to send us codes, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, send us review copies.
But I don't have a debug PS4, so I don't know how it's gonna work. But it's just a small game, so it's not like a big old game that I have to worry about an NDA for. So
spoilers and all that.
Or spoilers for that matter. It's not Metal Gear Solid 5 or anything. So I would love one.
Yeah. So if you're an indie developer, yeah, let us know.
Or Harmonix, give me a beta code for Amplitude.
Yeah.
It will be all good. Instead of you talking about having to fundraise other games that you're not even done releasing yet.
Yes, because I think between the two of us, we've promoted this game so well, Rock Band 4.
I know. Can we be part of the road crew already?
Yeah. That's what we should do. Can we just send them episodes of our podcast, and that can count as us being in the road crew?
Sure, I'll have to tweet them, though.
Yeah, tweet them a couple episodes of us and see if that can get us in the road crew.
Let's see, this one and the one before that, and the one before that, and the one before that.
Look up the one where we pitch
the Rock Band Blitz idea.
Yeah, the Rock Band Blitz. I don't know what number that is, but just try to figure out which episode that is. And
well, it's on my
tweet that
channel,
episode.
so I think I remember.
Yeah, so definitely tweet that episode at them and see if we can get a road crew thing. Because I want the game early.
Yeah, I know, me too. Damn it.
Because you get the game early, man. Yeah, so definitely, we'll look into that. But yeah, so that's it. We covered the viewer mail.
Yeah, at least the non-Metal Gear, and these aren't spoiler ones at all. In case people were
no, they're not spoilers. We just
thoughts.
Like I said, I just haven't.
We'll probably talk about Metal Gear a great deal next week.
Yeah, I haven't played it enough to kind of have an opinion yet. So
fan freaking tastic! I love Metal Gear Solid 5 so much. It's too good. Too good.
Well, like I said, I'll see. I'll play some more this weekend.
Yeah.
Got a long weekend ahead. Get Monday off.
I don't.
You got to go to school on Monday.
Yeah.
Why?
It's just the way it is.
How are your teachers working? They're government officials. They're supposed to be off.
No, they're not. I mean, they're like under the college, and like I paid for it.
You go to like a private college or something?
No, it's not a private college. You can look it up. It's just a normal college.
But then why are your teachers working? Teachers work for the government. Government jobs are off on Labor Day.
It's not the way it is.
I think they're messing with you. I think they want to see how many people just show up to an empty room.
Well, I mean, it's college. I can choose not to go.
I know, but it doesn't make any sense. It's Labor Day.
I'll be like Homer. I'll just play with the stick outside.
Whatever. Anyway, trying to figure out how Labor Day works. But yeah, so with that,
Yep. Sorry for going OT, but we had to.
Yeah.
We had to answer the mail.
we had to get through this stuff. But yeah, with that, this has been the PSBS, the PlayStation Position Podcast, episode 31. I didn't say it at the top of the hour, but yes, that we are on episode 31.
Mm-hmm.
And I am your host, Cody PSN Body Boys. And my co-host here is
Andrew Arenas, Double Liz. Everyone have a good week.
Yes, have a good week. Play your Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yes, enjoy it. I'm thoroughly more than enjoying it.
And I'll have played it by next week, and going over that. So, but yeah, with that, that's been the PSBS episode 31, and hopefully we'll see you guys next week. And.